Well, look, each and every country has got its own challenges in terms of security, in terms of crime and other things. But the reality is that Africa is a peaceful continent. Yes, there are no-go areas. In every city, there's an area where you can never go as a tourist. But these are just small places. It's all African countries are safe. I travel to Kenya regularly, coming to the festival. I go to Zimbabwe. Even in Zimbabwe it's worse because we don't fly, so we go through the border. And all these allegations about crime and what, we've never experienced that. So all I can say is that, yes, crime does exist everywhere. Even in the United States, there's crime. But that shouldn't deter anyone from visiting the continent. This is a peaceful continent. It's Africa.
So, on this particular Thursday, I went all the way to the streets of Nairobi City to ask Kenyans one particular question. The question was this: what do Kenyans think of Ghanaians? Or rather, what do Kenyans think of Ghana as a country? I'm telling you, you'll be so much surprised by what Kenyans think of Ghanaians. According to me, I have a lot of things I think about Ghana, but here's what I have to say today. Ghana is often hailed as the gateway to West Africa. Ghana holds a profound significance in the history of African Americans. So, in this video, I'll be exploring the historical ties between Ghana and African Americans, as I'll be asking questions around this topic. So, focusing on the legacy of transatlantic trade, notably embodied by Elmina Castle and the Cape Coast Castle, Ghana really holds too much significance to the people of Black Americans, as Ghana is the place where it all started. Ghana was the gateway from Africa, as it is the gateway into West Africa. You see, Ghana's historical background intricately weaves together the threads of transatlantic trade, Pan-Africanism, and the legacies of influential figures we've had in this lifetime, such as Marcus Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah, and Malcolm X. These three people are so significant in the history of Black people, not only African Americans, not only African diaspora, but every Black people. And it's not a coincidence. They've all been coming to Ghana, and there's a reason for this. So, come with me to the capital city of Kenya, Nairobi City, as I'll be going to interview Africans in Nairobi what they think of our beloved country, Ghana, or Gold Coast. There's a lot that you can learn from this video, and there's a lot you can gain. So be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to share the video. Yes, do share the video to spread awareness. Thank you so much, and give the video a like. Let's dive in.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself? Nairobi is good. The weather is 50-50, but you're not complaining. Yes.
In a scale of 10, would you recommend Nairobi to... How would you recommend Nairobi to a visit?
I would give a solid 9 because Nairobi is dope. Nairobi is wonderful. We have our issues as a town, but overall, I think Nairobi is the easiest place to navigate for anyone. Yes.
So I'm going to test your knowledge about Africa.
Okay.
How much do you know about Africa?
I don't know, not unless you ask. I wouldn't. I wouldn't know.
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to take you all the way to West Africa.
West Africa.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, just name for me 4 countries in West Africa.
I know Nigeria.
Yes.
I know Ghana.
Ghana,
Who else is in West Africa? Niger.
Niger.
Is Cote d'Ivoire also in West Africa?
Yes, the Ivory Coast.
Yes, the Ivory Coast, yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'm going to pick one country, which is Ghana.
Okay. I find them really, really interesting. As in, they feel that I've associated with. It's not like I've been to Ghana or anything, but they feel that I have associated with in school. Very interesting people.
So you have Ghanaians where you're studying?
Yes. Where I used to study, we had Ghanaians.
Okay.
Yes.
Continue.
Yeah, so like they're really, really interesting, and they love just how proud they are of their culture and all.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what is it about Ghanaian culture that you know?
They're dressing. Of course, they have that kente. I think they're the producers of that kente fabric.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. And they have some rich, rich foods. Those they gonna a little bit. They're overly spiced, but they're really, really nice.
You know, I always thought that Arabic food is the one which is more spiced. So Ghanaian food is also more spiced?
Yes, Ghanaian food is also relatively very, very spiced. Not actually relatively. Very spiced. Given that I'm someone who doesn't even eat pili pili.
Yes.
It is so spiced, yes.
So would you live in Ghana then?
I would live in Ghana. Yes, I would. I would even study there. They have, I think the Kwame Nkrumah University is.
I don't know even of that university.
Well, I do.
Alright. So I have this question also.
Okay.
Okay, would you date a Ghanaian man?
Of course I would. I don't have reservations when it comes to dating, so I definitely would.
I kind of cut you short. I was going to ask why would you?
Why?
Special about them?
Special about them. I don't know if they have anything special, but I think they are good people. They feel that I have associated with our overall good people. They are also very, very generous and very cautious. Like they know how to hold the gentleman thingy. Yes.
Gentleman thingy.
Yes, they are gentlemen.
I leave that to the people who have brains. Alright. So Ghana has been calling for Black Americans to move to Africa since 2019.
Okay.
And this initiative was called the Year of Return. So do you think Ghana made a wise choice by calling African Americans back to Ghana?
I think it depends with what their motive is.
Actually,
but
okay, let me cut you short and tell you this. They said that African Americans were brought from Africa through Ghana, and they say that Ghana is where the slave trade was taking place. So I think that is their motivation. They are trying to, to bring back the children of Africa back to Africa. So I've been having these thoughts: is it a good thing or is it a bad thing?
No, I really don't think it's a good thing. The Black Americans are people who've like established their lives there. Some of them is like their great grandparents who had roots from Ghana. So these people basically have zero or very little knowledge about Ghana. And maybe calling them back to invest or start businesses, that would make sense. But asking them to relocate back to Ghana simply because it's their ancestral land, I don't think that makes any sense.
Okay.
Yes.
So African Americans are not Africans?
They are Africans, of course, but then they've adapted more to their American lineage than the African lineage, They have little to zero ties with Africa, so why should we force that on them? If they want to come back, they can, but it's not like they have to come back simply because they're Africans. No. Yeah.
Oh, that was a wonderful argument. So look at the camera and give a message to the Ghanaians if you have any.
Our message. Y'all are cool people. We love you, so keep up the vibes. But then they shouldn't, I think they have this attitude towards us Kenyans. We're good people. We're also chill people, so let's create some magic. Let's integrate. Let's work together. Let's make those connections.
So Kumasi and Takoradi are big cities in Ghana. So which one is the capital city between these two?
It's Kumasi.
Capital city of Ghana.
Yes.
No.
It's not Kumasi.
No.
I swear I thought it's Kumasi.
It's Accra.
Oh, Accra.
The answer is not there.
Oh, by the way, it's Accra, Ghana. You confused me when you eliminated Accra. But now it makes sense. It's actually Accra, Ghana.
Okay, thank you, sister.
Anytime.
I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Okay. Any message for African Americans?
African Americans. Any message for them?
As an African.
As an African. We are kind of related. You all are Africans, we are Africans as well. If we can work on something, if we can integrate, it's for the better of the society. But do not feel the pressure, do not feel inclined to come back to Africa simply because of your ancestral roots. If you want to, it's fine, but then if you don't want to, then we're cool. It's good. No bad blood.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
I'm recording here.
So, guys, this must be my happiest day. I just met a South African brother. Bro, are you from South Africa?
Yes, I'm from South Africa.
So, we are going to have a nice conversation with brother here. So, keep in touch. Right, brother?
Sure, thank you.
All right. Brother, how are you doing?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm fine also. How is Kenya?
Well, Kenya is good. Kenya has always been good, and it will always remain good.
So you are from South Africa, right?
Yes, I'm from South Africa.
So how long have you been to Kenya?
Well, I have been in Kenya. This is now our third day. Yes, we arrived on Tuesday. Tuesday, yes.
Wow. How is Kenya taking you?
It's been treating me well.
Yes.
The accommodation is good, the reception is good,
Yes.
and the artists, the theater practitioners. I'm having fun.
Have you tried Mombasa?
No, I haven't been to Mombasa, but I have plans to visit Mombasa.
Wow. I'm so happy to meet you. By the way, you look like Nelson Mandela.
Really?
Yes.
Well, somebody just said I look like Malema.
Malema
Yes.
and Madiba.
Yes, hey, I know.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you if you say I look like Mandela. I guess I'm from South Africa,
Yeah.
that's why.
You see, I saw you at first, and when I listened to your accent, South African must be.
Yes.
Wow. So, according to you, brother, so would you advise a Kenyan to visit South Africa, and why?
Well, yes, I will advise any Kenyan to visit South Africa because South Africa's climate is beautiful. You have a lot of tourist attractive places. You know the history of South Africa, so you can go and actually experience that. But even tourism, we have beautiful oceans in Durban as well as in Cape Town. And if you want an in-country kind of entertainment, you have Bloemfontein, where I come from in the Free State, and you have Johannesburg. And there are so many, opportunities and networks that you can create in South Africa.
Yes. So what do you think of Nairobi? What do you think of Kenya and Kenyans?
Well, I think Kenya is developing. I've been coming to Kenya now for the past 6 years.
Oh, so you've been coming?
Yes, I've been visiting the festival, and I've seen the growth of the festival. I've seen the developments that are now taking place in Kenya. One can see that there's a new leadership and things are happening.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's very interesting to be part of a growth in another country.
True.
Yes.
So I don't even know what to ask. I'm so excited.
Yes.
So, brother, you see, African Americans, which is basically what I do, African diaspora, have been moving to Africa. Some are moving to South Africa, some are moving to Kenya, some are moving to Ghana. So what can you tell them about what's happening in Africa? Because most of them are afraid to come here. Yourself, you've been to Kenya. So what can you tell African Americans about this?
Well, look, Each and every country has got its own challenges in terms of security, in terms of crime and other things. But the reality is that Africa is a peaceful continent. Yes, there are no-go areas. In every city, there's an area where you can never go as a tourist. But these are just small places. It's all African countries are safe. I travel to Kenya regularly, coming to the festival. I go to Zimbabwe. Even in Zimbabwe it's worse because we don't fly, so we go through the border. And all these allegations about crime and what, we've never experienced that. So all I can say is that, yes, crime does exist everywhere. Even in the United States, there's crime. But that shouldn't deter anyone from visiting the continent. This is a peaceful continent. It's Africa.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So that's our brother here. Thank you so much. Maybe you can tell us your name.
My name is Huitimang Polu.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm from South Africa.
Yeah.
Free State Province, Bloemfontein,
Yes.
where the ANC was formed, where the Apartheid National Party was also formed.
Yeah.
This is a place that is there in South Africa.
Wow.
I go by the name Joe. Ghana, it's a great country. Yeah, one of the best in Africa. The difference between Ghana has been to World Cups, no?
Yes.
Yeah. It's best in sports. I've never been to Ghana, but yeah.
Would you love to visit Ghana someday?
Yeah, I would love to visit Ghana.
Yes.
Ghana has beautiful ladies. Yeah.
All right. So how did you come to know of Ghana?
I was back then in kindergarten, primary. Yeah, primary.
Yes.
We used to study our countries in social studies. Yeah, that's where I started knowing about Ghana. Then seeing it on the televisions, on sports, something. Yeah.
If you have any message, tell it to the Ghanaians right now.
Oh, message to them.
Yes. Just look at the camera and tell them.
Yo, Ghanaians, keep it up. Continue the spirit. You are a great country.
Ghanaians, I'm not against you, and today I'm in the streets to prove to you that Evans from Kenya and all Kenyans really love you. What I'm doing is just criticism. And so, we are going to start with the sisters here. They are going to share with us what they think of Ghana, right?
Right.
Let's roll.
My name is Maureen and
I'm Maren.
yeah, from Twins Hangout, Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is Twins Hangout doing?
I'd say it's good. It's good, yeah.
So I have this question for you. Okay, you've already had the question, right? So what do you guys think of Ghana?
Okay, I've never been to Ghana, but we've seen a couple of prominent figures from Ghana. So I think we'll answer that question based on the people we've seen. And the first example I'll give is Wode Maya. He's from Ghana. He's married to a very own Kenyan sister, Miss Trudy. So if I try and base my thoughts and opinions of Ghanaians based on what I've seen from Wode, I'd say Ghanaians are, well, I'll speak of the men, they're gentlemen. Yes. And I'd say, if you'd ask me right now, if between Nigeria and Ghanaians who I'd choose, I'd pick Ghanaians because I feel like they are somewhat honest compared to their neighbors, Nigerians. And also they are gentle compared to Nigerians. That's, yeah.
Okay, so me, how I know.
Now it's you.
Yeah. So how I know Ghana, actually it's through Wode Maya. And maybe some actors like Van Vika from Ghana. Yeah, Van Vika, and there's this other brown lady, I don't know what her name is. So
Nadia Buhari.
Yes. Nadia Buhari. So I really love Van Vika and Nadia. And then from Wode Maya's, through Wode Maya's lenses, I think Ghanaians are genuine people compared to, I'm comparing them to Nigerians because their culture is very similar.
Yeah.
And I would rather go and visit Ghana, and I'm afraid to visit their neighbor Nigeria because of witchcraft. I don't know if witchcraft is in
true,
Ghana.
they should tell us.
But compared to how the amount of witchcraft in Nigeria, I'd love to visit Ghana because they look like they're not practicing witchcraft in the same level as Nigerians. And also their culture. I'd love to experience their culture. I know they have beaches, right? I'd love to see their beaches. Yeah.
And also they're developed, so we'd like to see
They're not that developed, not
but
like Kenya, but I'm open-minded.
yeah, they're upcoming.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now, do you think Ghana is the greatest of all times
In
In
terms of?
in terms of welcoming African Americans?
I don't think so because I've never been to Ghana, but I've watched videos on YouTube, and there's a Black American whom I was watching who was complaining about how Ghana has a very good PR when it comes to welcoming African Americans, but when you actually go on the ground, things are different. There are stringent measures they have that are silent that you won't know about unless you're there. So my thinking was maybe they're doing this because they're also tired of Black America. I don't know. They want them to reduce. That is my opinion. Maybe they want them to stop coming. Like it's enough. It's enough. But we don't know why they're doing that. Maybe they can tell you through the comment section. Yeah, I don't know.
So which country do you think is the greatest of all times?
I think
In Africa.
when it comes to welcoming Black Americans, I believe Kenya is very, very, and I'm not saying that because I'm from Kenya, but it's from the experience of those people who visited our country and those who have visited Nairobi, not only Nairobi but other states, in other counties in Kenya. Kenya is very welcoming and Kenya is very diverse. What you see is exactly what you see on advertisements, what wherever you meet information about Kenya is what you get. Other than corruption, but that is something everybody already knows. So there's nothing new you'll get about Kenya, nothing that will shock you, Yeah.
Okay, to sum it up, Maureen, tell us something good about Ghana.
Something good about Ghana. I don't, sometimes Ghana usually confuses me. Their culture confuses me because it's so close to Nigerian culture. So sometimes when I hear their music and see their movies, they're so intertwined that I don't know how to differentiate Ghana from Nigeria.
Which
I'd say is a good thing because it means both of them are really doing well culturally. But one thing I'll insist, I love Ghana over Nigeria. I think there are Christians that don't practice witchcraft like Nigerians. So that's one thing I love most about Ghana. I think when I go there, I'm pretty sure nobody will willy me. You know what willy means? Yeah, it's some kind of witchcraft that someone looks at you and you immediately they've bewitched you. Yeah, so Ghana, I think I'm safe in that term. So that's why I love Ghana. Yeah.
Okay, I'd also say one thing I love very much about Ghana is their movies, and I say this because, as Maureen said, they're very closely related. The fact that Nigeria has a very nice Nollywood industry, and we can't tell Nigeria from Ghanaian movies. That means they're also trying. They're also good at making movies, and there was this friend of ours called Kunle from Conexlo. Yeah, we were trying to ask him, how can you differentiate Nigeria and Ghanaians considering that they have very close accents? And he said there's something he said about how I don't know what they call it, how they
Pigeon.
I think I watched that part.
Yeah, how they pronounce words. So I love their accent, I love their personalities. They're very vibrant, they're very energetic.
They're loud.
I don't know if it's as loud as Nigerians, but I know they're loud, and I love that about them. I love their culture also.
Yeah. And also their food. They have variety compared to Kenya. Yeah. Jollof, Ghanaian, so they have variety compared to Kenya.
So this is the last big question, I swear.
Okay.
Last big question.
Okay.
Okay, would you guys date a Ghanaian man?
Why not? I mean, I'll speak from the case that I know of.
Yes.
I see the way Wodemaya treats Trudy, and I want to believe there are Ghanaian men who are good out there, you understand? So I'd like to, they're good looking, their physical attributes are normally nice from the ones I've seen on YouTube. So why not? And I'd love to try a different culture, so yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'd also love to try a new culture, and I'd like to date a Ghanaian man because, I don't know, in Kenya, most of our Kenyan boys, they are cheaters, they are stingy, stuff like that, you know. But Ghanaian men, I usually hear they're generous with their women. So I would love to date Ghanaian men and experience that for myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So guys, just so you know, don't take these things personally. These are social experiment video. Whatever sisters are saying here, it's their opinion, and I believe everyone has a right to their opinion. That is what I believe. Don't you, sisters?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to the next people. So good people, I think that's the end of the interview and the end of the video. Please do share some love by sharing the channel, subscribing, liking the video, as this helps me and really motivates me to bring you more content about Africa for Africans. I hope you find value from these videos. Do subscribe. Let me go back home.